That is parking lot snow. Gorgeous.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, it's not that bad here. I mean, we actually did really well here in Philly. I think maybe we topped out at 7 inches, and so that's very manageable. And of course they spray everything, you know, the sidewalks and the streets. So we didn't get hammered the way folks in other counties did. There were some counties in Jersey and not too far from here that got, 30 inches or so. Hello, little birdie. Where'd you go? But let's see, what am I doing? Trying to get to the car. All right, let me pull this mask down. I haven't cleaned the car off yet, and it shouldn't be too bad. But this is the part of the snow that's kind of no fun afterwards. You know, when you have to schlep through it. Well, there I am. That's no big deal. All right, we're going to get all scraped off and then off to the post office. But I'm telling you what, my good friends, if you bought anything and it's being shipped from the Northeast, I hope you have plenty of patience, because boy, things have been backed up, as we know, and this isn't going to help any. Okay, well, let me get scraping and I'll be back. Oh, I'm in the mood for a snow cone again, and it's still snowing. I have broken free from my cocoon. Yes, I was entombed. Now I'm free. Let's get out of here. Woohoo!
Monkeys and rabbits loop the loop. Gosh, oh gee, but I have fun swallowing animals one by one. In every bowl of soup I see lions and tigers watching me. I make 'em jump right through a hoop, those animal crackers in my soup. When I get hold of the big bad wolf, I just push him under to drown. Then I bite him in a million bits and I gobble him right down. When he's inside me where it's dark, I walk around like Noah's Ark. I stuff my tummy like a goop with animal crackers.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. I'm back in the Old Curiosity Shop, and as promised, I've been teasing you with this for months. It's time for All Creatures Great and Small. Now, this is only part 1. And we're going to be pretty heavy with cats and dogs today, but don't you worry, because when I get part 2 up and loaded, we're going to have, oh my goodness, horses and elephants, and we're going to have chickens and skunks, and oh, I can't remember what all other animals we're going to have, but we've got other animals coming today, mostly cats and dogs. Okay, and this is part 1. Now, everything that you see here is currently listed in the Old Curiosity Shop. It's up for auction 7 days, and I listed everything yesterday. But before I show you the creatures that are in front of us, I was actually I didn't set all this up on the stove. I do use my stove, and I didn't put all this out on purpose. I spilled something in a cabinet and pulled everything out, you know how it is, and cleaned everything, and I thought, well, let me put this out and talk to everybody for just a second. What I really wanted to show you is, boy, this is the 1930s right here. And I have a lot of jadeite, and as you can see, jadeite green comes in different colors, but what I really want to highlight is the Anchor Hocking's ivory color. Now, some people will call it custard or French ivory. What's the other thing they call it? I don't remember. Cream. And the pieces that you see here, here's a loaf pan in that cream color. Now, this is Fire King. There's the swirl mixing bowl that we usually see in jadeite. And then there's a wonderful covered a casserole, Fire King, baking dish. Now, you can't get that in green because they didn't make it. Now, there is a the year 2000, there was a reproduction. But here it is, a wonderful baking dish in the ivory color. The custard color. And so I just wanted to show you how nice it is to mix those with your jadeite. Still very affordable, the Anchor Hocking ivory color. It's was never as popular, or it's not as popular today with the collectors as the jadeite, but I think it looks good together. I don't really want to talk about all of this stuff. I just thought I'd put it all together there and show it to you before I put it back in the cabinet. Well, let's go over here, and before we get started, today's cup of coffee is brought to you by
Cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you, a cozy corner, a table for two.
And actually, it's not coffee at all today. It is tea, and it's in, of course, the blue willow pattern. And I would have to, well, let's go ahead and tell you. Everybody made this, and this set is English. And we can see Wood and Sons. Woodsware, Willow. And this is an older set because it's prior to the, the dishwasher safe. Let me take a sip of this. You take a sip of yours. Good old Lipton iced tea. Or tea bags, rather. We'll get that out of the way. Okay, let's talk about everybody that we see in front of us. Now look, I'm not going to get into breeds that much because I'm going to mess it up and you guys are going to have a fit. That's not a poodle, that's a beagle. That's not a beagle, that's a dachshund. Okay. So I'm going to say dog and cat. And when we get to the chicken, it's a chicken. You decide whether it's a rooster or a hen. Okay, let's start in the front. Here's a kitty cat. A Siamese. I said I wasn't going to say breeds, and here I go. Siamese cat. Most of this stuff is made in Japan. Almost all of it. And if anything has a chip or a crack or a repair, I will tell you in the descriptions. And as far as I can remember, nothing that you see in front of you is damaged at all. This is for your desk. You put your envelopes in here, your bills. And then Kitty's tail is going to be the fountain pen, yeah, or the ink pen. And then this is supposed to be a little ink well right here, reservoir for some ink. Okay, ceramic. Siamese cat. He's up all by himself. This little guy is listed all by himself or herself. This is probably Lefton. I think that's what all those numbers are underneath there, but made in Japan, and this has a nice soft sort of an eggshell finish to it. And I guess he's some kind of a schnauzer. All right, here I go, saying breeds. We have two poodles back there in boots. Now, it does not appear to be a right foot and a left foot. It appears as though these are just identical, and for some reason somebody has there are two of them because they are identical, and it doesn't look like a right and a left shoe. But I'm going to sell them together. They are planters. I'll let you see it. There we go. Some old dirt in there for you. And then we can see typically these colors are underneath the glaze all of the paint on the little face there is cold painted, and a lot of it has chipped off. So those two are together in one auction. And this little guy right here is looking somewhat like a German Shepherd, and he is just fierce. Look how elegant. Now, he is a good-looking dog, and he knows it, or she knows it. Look at that, with those little paws crossed like that. Japan. Well, some of these are porcelain, and some appear to be ceramic. So, I love him. Don't you just love that pose? Mm-hmm. He is saying, I am cute, 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 and he is. I keep saying he, but let's say she once in a while. Talk about cuteness. Look at her. Isn't she adorable in that little red bow? And what are these things? Is it Dachshund? Dotson? Never mind. The thing with the little dots on it. The little black polka dots. And he is, or she is, not a salt and pepper shaker, but just stinking cute. My friend Dee up in Niagara Falls always says, isn't that stinking cute? So I'm going to steal that from her. And for sale by himself. I think this is 3 beagles back here. They're all together in one auction, and they are absolutely adorable. I did group all 3 of these together. Look at those big eyes. You can still see there's nothing on the bottom of these, and they all have that wonderful sort of airbrushed and soft eggshell finish. It's not a bisque and it's not a high gloss finish. And this little thing right here, now he's got his mother's pocketbook in his mouth. Look, he's holding on. You see, it's not wrapped around his chin. Look at those little legs. So he's got the pocketbook in his mouth, which he's probably not supposed to be doing. So those 3, let me get you back in focus. Those 3 are up for sale as one auction. Over here we have the kitty cats that are all lit up. Now this is nice porcelain, and this is a nightlight. It's imported by iRice, so it probably came in from Japan in the 1970s, maybe even up into the early 80s. Let me stand up, and it really is charming with the lights out as a nightlight. And I've got an orange Christmas tree bulb in there. And you can put all different color bulbs in there to give whatever effect you want. So it's giving them a little bit of an orange glow. And it's not just a nightlight. If we turn the kitties around, there's a little perfume reservoir right there. Put a drop of your favorite perfume in there. Put a little drop of emerald in there. Does anybody wear emerald anymore? My grandmother used to. Or any kind of little scented oil in that. The light bulb heats it up, and you can use this on your bedside. You could use it, wouldn't that be cute, in a bathroom as a little night light, or in a child's room, and you'd have a beautiful scent wafting through the air as you fall asleep. Adorable. And the cord is here, and it's very easy. It has an inline switch. Move, chicken. So it's easy to turn that on and off. There it is without the light. Charming. Now this chicken, he is fierce if it's a rooster, and she is fierce if she's a hen. I love this rooster chicken. It's kind of folk artsy, wouldn't you say? Either folk artsy or mid-century, but I love how they have stylized his neck and this tiny little head. And an old-fashioned, I don't know if you call that a drip glaze, just a nice brown glaze on this. And I love this thing. What do you stick back there? I don't know. Napkins. Wait a minute. What did I do with my, hold on, let's see if I can give you a, I guess you could put, I guess you could, in your kitchen, you could put kitchen utensils in there. What have you. Nothing on the bottom. But I'm just in love with the style of this guy. All right, get back in the hen house. By the way, guess what I'm having for dinner tonight? Chicken. Sorry, guy. A beautiful orange kitty. Somebody wrote to me and said, "Oh no, it looks like the ears are chipped." You've got to remember that sometimes in auction photos, there'll be light that shines that looks like chips. This little cat is not chipped. I double checked the ears. So if it looks like that in the auction, it's because there's light on it. A pretty orange cat, not a tabby. I don't see the M on the forehead. Look at that face. Now again, there are much better photographs actually on the website, and the dimensions and all of that. So you're welcome to go and look. I put these two together because, I mean, everybody needs a friend and they don't match, but they look cute together. They're about the same size. This one is not a planter, and this little guy is. And they both have a very shiny glaze, and as I said, they're the same size. And I just think they look cute together. So that's going up as one auction. That poodle back there, I believe, is Atlantic mold and is one of those home ceramic pieces. Rather than being made in Japan. It's nicely done. They put the black color on it and then wiped it off so you can see his curly hair. And that's either glass or plastic there in the eyes. Probably plastic. I'm not sure. And I don't see Atlantic mold on the bottom, but I believe it's an Atlantic mold piece. There's the name of probably the person who made the poodle. With the pink collar. Let's see, this guy is all by himself in one auction. Nice and shiny glaze, cute little face. Another made in Japan piece. I did pair these two together just because I kind of felt bad that they were on their own. Let's bring them up here. Clearly a black cat, which looks very mid-century, 50s, 60s. This kitty is not a salt and pepper shaker. You see there's no holes on the head, but I love the way he is stylized in that mid-century look. And he has a friend here, and his friend can be a cat or a dog. I'm going to say cat. It's sort of kitty cat ears. The head looks like a dog, but the nose, the snout looks a little bit like a cat. Looks like a cat's tail to me back there, all curled up just the way a cat would be. So I'm going to go with a cat, but you decide. Those two are together in one auction. I love him. All right, let's get a few of these folks out of the way. We did all of these over here. Stinking cute. What do you think, Dee? And then finally back here, I've got three. Are they collies? Is that what they are? We have this nice big tall one. And then his three little friends. Beautifully done. Aren't they just gorgeous? Cute as they can be. So this one is a planter. And then the little one here is just a little statue. Little figurine. I love the lifelike paint, the way they've painted these, which I guess you call that airbrush. And then this nice tall one here. He has just a few scratches. There's one scratch over his eye and a few little dots of missing paint there. But the paint it does not flake off. And unless you really scratch it, it's not going to fall off. And these three are grouped together. Put those back. All right, and then let me move back. I think I talked about, get back in focus. There we go. I think I talked about everyone. All right, so cats and dogs and one chicken, all up for sale in the old Curiosity Shop. And I'm going to be back, I don't know whether it's tomorrow or the day after. with part 2 of All Creatures Great and Small. Animals are such a blessing to us. I know that my cat has been the best buddy of mine for getting ready to say 20 years. If we can make it into early spring, Salem will be 20 years old, and it's been just fantastic. Amazing, amazing pet. And we all love our pets, don't we? They bring us joy, and they're members of the family, really. Are they not? They are. And we love them. Okay, folks, that's it. Now let me go upstairs and start getting all the rest of those animals together, because it's almost like hodgepodge lodge in here. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.